Have you ever wondered why stroke rates among seniors have skyrocketed by 37% in just the last decade? Why are more people over 60 experiencing sudden dizziness, confusion, or that terrifying moment when words just will not come out right? As a brain doctor with over 20 years of experience treating stroke patients, I have witnessed something that absolutely shocked me to my core. It is not just about blood pressure medications or cholesterol levels. It is not even about the obvious culprits like smoking or lack of exercise that everyone talks about. The truth is far more disturbing, and it is hiding in plain sight, right there in your kitchen cabinet. Something you probably reach for every single morning, believing it is healthy, natural, and beneficial for your aging body. Something that has been marketed to seniors for decades as a wellness ritual, a moment of peace, a healthy choice. But what if I told you that 7 of the most popular teas consumed by seniors are quietly, silently, and systematically raising your stroke risk every single night? You see, as we age, our blood vessels become more fragile, our circulation slows down, and our bodies process certain compounds differently than they did when we were younger. What used to be harmless, even beneficial, can now become a ticking time bomb in your cardiovascular system. These teas, the very ones sitting in your pantry right now, contain hidden compounds that can spike your blood pressure, trigger dangerous blood clots, and create the perfect storm for a stroke to occur while you sleep. The most terrifying part? The damage happens gradually, silently, without any warning signs, until it is too late. One day you are enjoying your evening tea ritual, feeling healthy and strong, and the next morning you wake up with slurred speech, weakness on one side of your body, or worse, you do not wake up at all. This is not scare tactics. This is medical reality based on recent research that most doctors are not even aware of yet. Today, I am going to reveal the 7 deadliest teas that any senior over 60 should avoid at all costs, especially if you want to protect your brain from permanent damage, paralysis, and cognitive decline. None of these teas are as innocent as they appear. After you learn the truth, you will never look at your tea collection the same way again. So if you value your mental clarity, your independence, and your ability to recognize your loved ones, stick with me until the very end. Your brain might be waiting for this wake-up call. The information I am about to share with you comes from cutting-edge neurological research, case studies from my own practice, and alarming data from emergency rooms across the country. This is not information you will find in mainstream health articles or even in most medical journals, because the tea industry has a vested interest in keeping these findings quiet. But before we dive deep into this life-saving information, I want you to understand something crucial. Your brain is not just another organ. It is the command center of your entire existence. Every memory you cherish, every word you speak, every movement you make, every breath you take starts in your brain. When a stroke occurs, it cuts off blood flow to brain tissue, causing cells to die within minutes. The damage is often permanent, irreversible, and devastating. What makes this even more heartbreaking is that many of these strokes are completely preventable. We are not talking about genetic predisposition or unavoidable aging processes. We are talking about daily choices, simple beverages that you can easily remove from your routine starting today. The power to protect your brain is literally in your hands, or should I say, in your teacup. As a brain specialist who has seen countless families torn apart by preventable strokes, I feel a moral obligation to share this information with you. I have watched strong, independent seniors become dependent on others for the most basic tasks, because they did not know that their nightly tea ritual was slowly destroying their blood vessels. I have seen brilliant minds reduced to confusion and fear because of compounds that could have been easily avoided. The 7 teas I'm about to reveal are not exotic or rare. They are common, popular, and sitting in grocery stores and health food stores across America. They are the ones your friends recommend, the ones advertised as health tonics, the ones that promise relaxation and wellness. But for aging bodies, they can be silent killers. Each of these teas contains specific compounds that interact dangerously with the natural aging process. Some contain caffeine levels that can cause dangerous blood pressure spikes in seniors. Others have blood-thinning properties that seem beneficial but can actually increase bleeding risk in the brain. Some contain herbs that interfere with medications commonly prescribed to older adults, and others have compounds that can trigger inflammatory responses in already vulnerable blood vessels. But hold on just a moment before we jump into this crucial information. If you are concerned about your health and want to protect your brain, make sure to click that subscribe button and turn on notifications. This is where we reveal the truths that nobody wants to discuss, the medical realities that could save your life or the life of someone you love. And I want to know if you are with me right now, if this video is speaking to you, if you recognize the importance of what we are discussing. Type the number 1 in the comments section below. If you think this is just fear-mongering or unnecessary worry, type 0. Your voice matters more than you realize, and your engagement helps me reach more seniors who desperately need this information. Also, I want to hear from you. Have you noticed any changes in your health since starting a new tea routine? Any unexpected dizziness, headaches, or changes in your blood pressure? Share your experiences in the comments because your story might help save someone else's life. Now let us begin with the first tea on our dangerous list. This one is praised for its calming properties and is recommended by many health experts for seniors. However, it may be having the exact opposite effect on your cardiovascular system. The first tea, chamomile, the deceptive relaxer. Chamomile tea has been marketed as the perfect bedtime beverage for seniors, promoted as a gentle, natural sleep aid that can help with anxiety and restlessness. Millions of older adults reach for chamomile every evening, believing they are making a healthy choice that will help them sleep better and feel more relaxed. The reality, however, is far more concerning than most people realize. Chamomile contains compounds called coumarins, which have blood-thinning properties. While this might sound beneficial, especially for seniors who are concerned about blood clots, the effect can be dangerous when combined with common medications that older adults take. If you are already on blood thinners like warfarin, aspirin, or even some blood pressure medications, chamomile can amplify these effects to dangerous levels. But here is what most people do not know. Chamomile can cause what doctors call a hemorrhagic stroke. This is when blood vessels in the brain rupture instead of being blocked. The blood-thinning effect of chamomile, combined with the natural weakening of blood vessel walls that occurs with aging, creates a perfect storm for brain bleeding. I have seen patients who suffered strokes after months of regular chamomile tea consumption, and the connection was only discovered after extensive investigation. The danger is amplified because chamomile is often consumed in large quantities. Unlike a medication with a specific dosage, people tend to drink multiple cups throughout the day, especially when they are feeling stressed or having trouble sleeping. Each cup adds more coumarins to your system, and your aging liver may not be able to process these compounds as efficiently as it once did. Furthermore, chamomile can interact with common senior medications in ways that increase stroke risk. If you take medications for diabetes, the combination can cause dangerous drops in blood sugar that stress your cardiovascular system. If you are on heart medications, chamomile can alter how your body processes these drugs, leading to irregular heart rhythms that can trigger clots. The second tea, green tea. The caffeine overload. Green tea has been hailed as a superfood beverage, rich in antioxidants and promoted as beneficial for brain health. Many seniors have switched from coffee to green tea, believing it is a healthier choice that will still provide energy without the harsh effects of coffee. Unfortunately, this well-intentioned switch may be putting their brains at serious risk. The problem with green tea for seniors is not just the caffeine content, but how aging bodies process that caffeine. As we get older, our metabolism slows down significantly, and our bodies take much longer to clear caffeine from our systems. A cup of green tea that might have been perfectly safe at age 30 can become dangerous at age 65. Green tea contains about 35 to 70 milligrams of caffeine per cup, and many seniors drink multiple cups throughout the day. This can lead to a cumulative effect where caffeine levels build up in the system, causing sustained elevations in blood pressure and heart rate. For aging cardiovascular systems, this constant stress can weaken blood vessel walls and increase the risk of both types of stroke. But the real danger lies in the timing. Many seniors drink green tea in the evening, thinking it contains less caffeine than coffee. However, any caffeine consumed after 2 in the afternoon can disrupt sleep patterns in older adults. Poor sleep quality leads to increased inflammation, higher blood pressure, and greater stroke risk. It becomes a vicious cycle where the tea meant to provide health benefits actually undermines the very systems it is supposed to protect. Green tea also contains compounds called catechins, which can interfere with iron absorption. While this might not seem directly related to stroke risk, iron deficiency in seniors can lead to anemia, which forces the heart to work harder to pump blood throughout the body. This increased cardiac stress, combined with the effects of caffeine, creates additional strain on blood vessels that are already vulnerable due to aging. The third tea, Ginkgo biloba tea, the false memory protector. Ginkgo biloba tea has been aggressively marketed to seniors as a natural way to improve memory, enhance cognitive function, and protect against dementia. The promises are compelling, especially for older adults who are concerned about mental decline. However, this popular herbal tea may be doing more harm than good, particularly when it comes to stroke risk. Ginkgo contains powerful compounds that affect blood circulation and clotting. While improved circulation sounds beneficial, ginkgo can actually make blood too thin, similar to taking multiple blood-thinning medications simultaneously. For seniors who may already be on prescribed blood thinners, this combination can be life-threatening. The herb works by inhibiting platelet aggregation, which means it prevents blood cells from clumping together to form clots. While this might seem protective against ischemic strokes caused by clots, it dramatically increases the risk of hemorrhagic strokes caused by bleeding in the brain. The aging brain is particularly vulnerable to this type of stroke because blood vessels become more fragile over time. I have treated patients who experience spontaneous brain bleeds after using ginkgo biloba tea regularly. These were individuals who had no history of stroke risk factors, no high blood pressure, and no family history of cerebrovascular disease. The only common factor was their daily consumption of ginkgo biloba tea over several months. The danger is compounded by the fact that ginkgo can interact with numerous medications commonly prescribed to seniors. It can enhance the effects of blood pressure medications, leading to dangerously low blood pressure that can cause fainting and falls. It can also interact with diabetes medications, causing unpredictable blood sugar swings that stress the cardiovascular system. The fourth tea, licorice root tea, the blood pressure destroyer. Licorice root tea is often recommended for digestive issues and respiratory problems, making it popular among seniors who are dealing with various health concerns. The sweet, soothing taste makes it an appealing alternative to traditional teas, and many older adults consume it regularly without realizing the serious cardiovascular risks it poses. Licorice root contains a compound called glycyrrhizin, which can cause dangerous elevations in blood pressure by affecting the body's sodium and potassium balance. This compound mimics the effects of a hormone called aldosterone, which regulates fluid balance in the body. When consumed regularly, Licorice root can cause the body to retain sodium and lose potassium, leading to fluid retention, swelling, and significantly increased blood pressure. For seniors whose blood pressure regulatory systems may already be compromised, this effect can be catastrophic. I have seen patients whose blood pressure spiked to stroke-level readings after just a few weeks of regular licorice root tea consumption. The most dangerous part is that this effect is cumulative and can occur even with moderate consumption. The blood pressure elevation caused by licorice root is particularly dangerous because it often occurs without obvious symptoms. Many seniors do not realize their blood pressure is climbing until they experience a stroke or other cardiovascular emergency. The herb can cause readings to spike well above 180, 120, levels that put immediate strain on cerebral blood vessels. Licorice root also interferes with medications commonly prescribed to seniors. It can reduce the effectiveness of blood pressure medications, essentially working against the very treatments designed to protect cardiovascular health. It can also enhance the effects of heart medications, leading to dangerous rhythm abnormalities that can trigger clots or bleeding in the brain. The fifth tea, ginseng tea, the energy trap. Ginseng tea is heavily promoted to seniors as a natural energy booster and immune system enhancer. Many older adults turn to ginseng when they are feeling fatigued or run down, believing it will provide sustained energy without the side effects of caffeine or other stimulants. However, ginseng can be one of the most dangerous teas for seniors, particularly when it comes to stroke risk. Ginseng contains compounds called ginsenosides, which can have unpredictable effects on blood pressure and heart rate. Unlike caffeine, which has relatively predictable cardiovascular effects, ginseng can cause wild fluctuations in blood pressure that are particularly dangerous for aging cardiovascular systems. The herb can cause what doctors call labile hypertension, where blood pressure swings rapidly between high and low readings. These dramatic fluctuations put enormous stress on blood vessel walls, particularly in the brain where vessels are smaller and more delicate. Over time, this stress can cause vessels to weaken and eventually rupture, leading to hemorrhagic stroke. Ginseng also affects blood sugar levels, which can be particularly dangerous for seniors with diabetes or prediabetes. The herb can cause sudden drops in blood sugar that trigger stress responses in the body, leading to releases of adrenaline and other hormones that spike blood pressure and heart rate. I have treated patients who experienced mini-strokes, also known as transient ischemic attacks, after consuming ginseng tea regularly. These warning strokes often occur without permanent damage, but indicate that the brain's blood supply is being compromised. Many of these patients had no other risk factors besides their daily ginseng consumption. The sixth tea, hibiscus tea, the deceptive health drink. Hibiscus tea has gained popularity among seniors because of its beautiful color, tart flavor, and reputation as a heart-healthy beverage. Many older adults have switched to hibiscus tea, believing it will help lower their blood pressure and provide antioxidant benefits. While hibiscus can indeed lower blood pressure, this effect can be dangerous for seniors who are already taking blood pressure medications. The problem with hibiscus is that its blood pressure-lowering effects are unpredictable and can be too powerful when combined with medications. I have seen patients whose blood pressure dropped to dangerously low levels after drinking hibiscus tea regularly while taking prescribed blood pressure medications. When blood pressure drops too low, it can reduce blood flow to the brain, causing dizziness, fainting, and potentially triggering strokes. Hibiscus also contains compounds that can interact with blood thinners and heart medications. The tea can enhance the effects of these medications, leading to bleeding complications or dangerous heart rhythm abnormalities. For seniors who are often on multiple medications, these interactions can be life-threatening. The tea also has diuretic properties, which means it causes increased urination. While this might seem beneficial for blood pressure control, it can lead to dehydration in seniors, who who are already at higher risk for dehydration due to aging kidneys and decreased thirst sensation. Dehydration can cause blood to become thicker and more likely to clot, increasing the risk of ischemic stroke. The seventh T, passion flower tea. The hidden danger. Passion flower tea is often recommended to seniors for anxiety, insomnia, and stress relief. Its gentle reputation and natural origins make it seem like a safe choice for older adults who want to avoid pharmaceutical sleep aids or anti-anxiety medications. However, passion flower can pose serious risks for seniors, particularly those who are already taking medications or have underlying health conditions. Passion flower contains compounds that can significantly lower blood pressure and slow heart rate. While this might seem beneficial for relaxation, the effects can be too powerful for seniors whose cardiovascular systems are already compromised. The herb can cause blood pressure to drop to dangerous levels, reducing blood flow to the brain and potentially triggering strokes. The tea also has sedative properties that can interact dangerously with other medications. Many seniors take multiple medications that can cause drowsiness or affect coordination. When combined with passion flower, these effects can be amplified, leading to falls, confusion, and increased risk of accidents that can result in head injuries or other trauma that increases stroke risk. Passion flower can also affect blood sugar levels, which can be particularly dangerous for seniors with diabetes. The herb can cause unpredictable changes in blood sugar that stress the cardiovascular system and increase the risk of both types of stroke. Now that you know which teas to avoid, let me share with you the safer alternatives that can actually protect your brain and support healthy aging. The good news is that you do not have to give up your tea ritual entirely. There are several options that can provide comfort, flavor, and genuine health benefits without putting your cardiovascular system at risk. First, consider rooibos tea, also known as red bush tea. This caffeine-free herbal tea from South Africa is rich in antioxidants, but does not contain the problematic compounds found in the dangerous teas we discussed. Rooibos has anti-inflammatory properties that may actually help protect blood vessels from age-related damage. It has a naturally sweet, vanilla-like flavor that many seniors find appealing, and it can be enjoyed at any time of day without affecting sleep. White tea is another excellent option for seniors. It contains less caffeine than green or black tea, but still provides beneficial antioxidants. The lower caffeine content makes it less likely to cause blood pressure spikes or sleep disruption, while the antioxidants may help protect brain cells from oxidative damage. Herbal teas made from safe ingredients like peppermint, lemon balm, or chamomile alternatives such as lemon verbena can provide relaxation benefits without the cardiovascular risks. These teas are naturally caffeine-free and have been used safely by older adults for generations. If you enjoy the ritual of tea preparation and consumption, consider decaffeinated versions of traditional teas. The decaffeination process removes most of the caffeine while preserving many of the beneficial compounds. However, be sure to choose water-processed decaffeinated teas rather than those processed with chemicals. For those who miss the energy-boosting effects of caffeinated teas, consider natural alternatives like taking a short walk, practicing deep breathing exercises, or spending time in natural sunlight. These activities can provide natural energy without the cardiovascular risks associated with stimulant-containing teas. Remember, the goal is not to eliminate all pleasure from your daily routine, but to make informed choices that protect your long-term health and independence. Small changes in your tea consumption habits can have profound effects on your stroke risk and overall cardiovascular health. If you have made it this far, I know one thing about you. You care deeply about your health, your independence, and your future. You are not willing to passively accept that strokes are an inevitable part of aging. You understand that knowledge is power, and that making informed decisions about something as simple as your daily tea can literally save your life. I want you to hear this clearly. It is not too late to make changes. Your brain has an amazing capacity to heal and adapt, even in your 70s, 80s, and beyond. Every day you choose brain-healthy alternatives over dangerous teas is a day you are actively protecting your cognitive function, your memories, and your ability to remain independent. The information I have shared with you today is not meant to frighten you, but to empower you. Too many seniors suffer preventable strokes because they were never given the complete picture about everyday choices that can dramatically impact their health. You now have information that most people, including many healthcare providers, are not aware of. I encourage you to share this video with your friends, family members, and anyone else who might benefit from this information. Stroke prevention is not just an individual responsibility. It is a community effort. When you help others make informed choices about their health, you are contributing to a future where fewer families have to experience the devastating effects of preventable strokes. Remember, every choice you make is an investment in your future self. The tea you choose today will impact how you feel tomorrow, next week, and next year. Choose wisely, choose deliberately, and choose with the knowledge that you have the power to protect your brain and maintain your independence for years to come. Please take a moment to like this video if it has been helpful to you, and subscribe to our channel to ensure you do not miss any information that could change your health trajectory. Turn on notifications so you are always informed about the latest developments in senior health and brain protection. Before you go, I want to hear from you. In the comments below, tell me, which of these teas were you drinking regularly? What changes are you going to make starting today? Your experience and commitment to change might inspire others to take action as well. Most importantly, if this video has opened your eyes to the hidden dangers in your daily routine, type the number 1 in the comments. If you think this information is not relevant to you, type 0. Your feedback helps me understand how to better serve the senior community with life-saving health information. Stay strong, stay informed, and remember that your independence and cognitive health are worth protecting. Every mindful choice you make today is a gift to your future self.